time for the month of May. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry about my voice. I have been sick for about the past week, and while I am feeling a lot better, my voice is just a little behind, and it's pretty scratchy. I talked a lot when I probably shouldn't have been talking, and my voice is just kind of lagging behind a little bit scratchy. So, but I'm not in pain. It's not a sore throat anymore, so that's really good. I have been gathering up my beauty favorites, and I definitely want to share those with you. So I'm going to jump in and start with lip products because I feel like my lips are really bold today, and these are my favorites, the products I'm using. I'm actually using my OCC Lip Tars. Those are from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, and I love these so much. I actually got these for Christmas, and I hadn't been using them for a long time, and I just think they kind of got put away, and I've always kind of felt like these weren't super like travel friendly or easy to use on the go because the colors are just so pigmented and they come out of these little squeeze tubes, and then it's like you gotta have a lip brush, and I don't know, it just seems to require a lot of like extra little things. But I recently got these back out and started playing with them some more and actually mixing them. The shades I have are Trollop. That's this like pretty kind of pink with a little bit of a coral edge to it, and then this one is Vintage, and this is this really deep red, and I actually love combining them. This is the combination of these two. A magenta pink, kind of a bright berry color, and I just love it. But really what made these user-friendly for me again was the fact that I had taken my depotted Physicians Formula palettes, and I did blog about this, so I'll link to that below, the blog post about how I did it, but depotted the eyeshadow that used to be in here, and this actually makes a perfect little on-the-go lip palette. I just need a mirror. I usually carry a powder compact, so that's not a huge deal, but what's neat is that the area that used to hold a sponge tip applicator perfectly fits the lip brush that comes with the lip tars, and then, you know, you can just, like, this is just one dot of each shade, and then I blended them to make that shade. I've just fallen in love with these all over again. I love the color intensity. They don't feel really thick on your lips. They have kind of a, I don't know, a thinness to them. I can't really describe, but I've gone and purchased more, but these are the two that I've definitely been using the most, the ones I've had the longest, and the ones that prompted this whole little discovery. And my next favorite is another lip product, and I love the look of a red lip in the summer. I think it looks so fresh, so just kind of all-American look, but a lot of red lipsticks can be very high maintenance, and if you're going out to a barbecue or you're going out to a concert or something, you know, you don't want to be constantly touching up the lips. And something that I think is really easy to wear, but yeah, a beautiful red shade, is this Tarte Lip Surgeons in Fever. And it's just a really pretty red shade, but see how it's like a little bit softer, not quite as intense as like maybe your most pigmented red lipstick, but it's got like a little bit of shimmer in there, and it's just so easy to apply. Like, I mean, there's not a lot of red lip products that I would venture to put on my lips without even feeling the need for a mirror, but this is one of them, and I just love that color. Okay, another thing, the Milani Color Play Felt Tip Liquid Pen. This is in Black Line. These actually come in a bunch of colors, but I feel like Milani is onto something with having a pen form liner that lasts longer than other brands. This has lasted me so long. It's a really nice fine felt tip pen, very easy and quick to go across your upper lash line. It does not smudge. I have actually had a little swatch here on my hand, and I've washed my hands a couple times and it hasn't come off, but I feel like they're onto something in that I think their pens last longer than other felt tip pens. My mom, for example, uses the Milani Brow Tint pen, which is this same basic format, and she's like used the same one for like 3 months daily use, and it's still going strong. She's got a couple backups, but I mean, it's really working well, and they do advise you to store it horizontally, so instead of storing it this way or even this way in a cup, store it flat, and I've been doing that, and it's just still going and going. I will let you guys know when this finally runs out. But I mean, it's been months that I've had this and used it for liner across my upper lash line. It's been wonderful. Another product that I've really been getting into lately is my Nye Luxury Powder in Buff. I should do a video. I have 3 different shades of these luxury powders. I do have the banana powder, Buff, and I have Cameo. And to compare, like, here's Cameo and here's Buff. Like, Buff is just a lot closer to my skin tone, if not maybe a little bit lighter. And what I like to use this for is to set my under eye concealer. And I just feel like it's a really, really fine textured powder. And I love that. I feel like you get a ton of product for the price. And previously, I had been using my Bare Minerals Summer Bisque and the Well Rested, and I still use those on and off. I think they're great products. I think you just have to be even more careful to really, really use them lightly on the under eye area. And this is just, by its nature, it's a much thinner powder, very, very finely milled, and it's just a great color, I feel like, for me to set my under eye concealer and do a little bit of brightening but not look too white. And the brush I like to use it with, which is kind of a favorite, I guess, but I don't think you need this specific brush, but just basically a large brush that maybe is too big to use on your eyes. Like, this was an eye brush from Smashbox number 10, and I feel like it's huge. You know, like, it's way, way big for my eye, but it's really nice to get a light application of powder right in here. Whereas using a flat brush might pack on too much on your under eye, this keeps it really light. So if you have, you know, a large blending brush sitting around where you feel like it's maybe too big for your eye area, wash it up, use it for maybe some sort of under eye setting powder. It can work really nicely. And the way I use this, which is, as you can see, it's in this kind of plastic jar, I just give it a shake. And then there's usually then some powder in the cap and some powder right on top. And I don't even use up all of what comes up on top, but I'll take a little bit with my brush and just slightly dust under the eye. I feel like it has a teeny bit of coverage, not as much coverage as the Summer Bisque powders and stuff, but main thing is that it mattifies and it just seems to even out. And also set your concealer for longer wear, which is great. As far as eyeshadow goes, I've really been making a conscious effort to use different shadows all the time. I've tried not to fall into using the same one over and over. But I do kind of have a go-to shadow for when I just need a quick look and don't want to think about it. And I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but it's the Infallible Single in Bronzed Taupe. And I'm wearing that today. I'm wearing it, I patted it with a flat brush all over my lid, and then I blended it with a blending brush up into the crease. So one shadow look, super easy. This is a gorgeous shade, and it just works with any outfit you might be wearing. When it's very opaque like this, look how metallic, but when it's buffed out, it has, you know, just a much softer look to it. It's always good to have one that you know you can grab and use quickly and get a good look out of without having to think too much about it. So I really recommend that. Oh, a hair recommendation. This is the Got To Be Oilicious Triple Oil. It says Argan, White Grape, and Marula Calm and Shine Styling Oil. This is another find, another recommendation that I got off of the mascara blog, and I'll link to that. It's a great blog, but I've really enjoyed using this on my ends, whether I'm styling my hair or not. If I just want to wear my hair straight and it's kind of, you know, towel dried, I feel like it makes my ends seem so much healthier, kind of hydrated, you know, without being oily and greasy. I mean, I would have never thought I would have styled my hair with some sort of oil being as fine as it is, but I just mainly keep it down on the ends. I've used just like the Josie Maran Argan oil in a similar way in the past, and I didn't feel like maybe it really penetrated as much or had the same effect on my hair, but this stuff really works nicely. And today I just curled it a little bit, and I feel like it just, I don't know, it keeps the hair seeming so soft even after it's curled. So, and it only takes a teeny bit. Last little thing I want to mention, and this wasn't a recent video, but my e.l.f. Daily Moisture Stick. I mentioned using this as a great way to refresh your under eye. If you look at yourself midday and you feel like, gosh, what happened? I'm looking dry and cakey under there. You just take a little bit on your finger, dab it under the eye. I've got more in another video. I've also been using this for, since I've been blowing my nose all the time, I take a little bit on my finger and I've actually been using it to sort of rehydrate this area right under my nose that gets so dry. So, I mean, I feel like it's the type of thing you'll have and you will come up with probably a bunch of different ways to use it for those little times when you're dry, maybe around your cuticles, your nose, your anywhere. It works great. So this is a $6 item. I got it from eyeslipsface.com. So that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for bearing with me with my low voice. It's actually improved a lot over the past few days. So I appreciate you tuning in, and I have many more fun videos planned. So stay tuned and have a great day. Bye.